Good morning. It's great to have you with us here at Unity. Today we're going to take a journey into one of those symbols of power that's often confusing and look at a spiritual practice that connects us at depth with that beautiful divine presence. We have Heart Dreams wonderful music, and as we journey through the service, I invite you to join us in your heart and reach deep within and touch that amazing spiritual being that you are.
Please stand and join us in singing Give Me Love.
Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth. Give me life, keep me free from birth. Give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load. Trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Take hold of my hand, that I might understand. Won't you please, oh won't you give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth. Give me light, keep me free from birth. Give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load. Trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Take hold of my hand, that I might understand. Won't you please, oh won't you give me love, give me peace on earth. Give me life, keep me free from birth. Give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load. Trying to touch and reach you with all heart and soul.
Good morning, Walnut Creek.
All right.
Please remain standing and join with us in singing. Good morning. This is God. Now, here we go. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is God. I will be handling all your problems today.
All your problems today.
I will not need a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. And later on, it's going to be good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. This is God. I will be handling all your problems today. I will not need your help in any way. No way. So have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. And then later on, yeah, I'm still here. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is God. I will be handling all your problems tonight. I will not need your help to make things all right. So have a good night. Have a good night. I hope you sleep tight. Have a good night. Stephen! Be still and know that I am God.
I am God.
Once again, I will be handling all your problems today. Yeah, I will not need your help in any way. No way. So have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day, have a good day, have a good night, have a good night, yeah, I hope you sleep tight, have a good night, have a good life, after life, have a good life, have a good life, after life, after life, after life. Y'all have a good afterlife. Thank you.
Singing us love this morning, Heart Dream. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a pleasure to see all your faces this morning, even yours. Is this on? I don't know. Can you guys hear me okay? No? It's not on? We there yet? Anyways, I will talk louder. So my name is Ron, and I am a licensed Unity teacher here at Unity of Walnut Creek. And it is my pleasure to welcome you to our 9:30 Sunday service. It is a pleasure for me to welcome you, and I thank you for letting me up here this morning. So here at Unity, wait a minute. Let's say goodbye to the people online. Good morning. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Please know that you are an important part of our spiritual community, and you are as important as anybody here in the sanctuary. So thank you for being here. And if you're new to us, to Unity here in the sanctuary, good morning to you. A very special welcome. We're so glad you've chosen to be with us this morning, and I hope you find exactly what your heart is looking for. Here at Unity, we focus on universal truths. And one of those universal truths is that we believe that there are many paths to that one divine presence within our universe and all around us. we know that there are as many paths as there are heart on this planet. So we respect every one of them. And you may hear different music or different teachings from these spiritual paths. That's because we know that they lead to that one place, that divine power that's within us and all around us. And so as we prepare for our affirmation that we claim every Sunday, we know that unity is a positive spiritual path for living. And so part of being a positive spiritual path is gratitude. And so as we move in to our prayer, this is what I would like us to do. We're going to close our eyes and we're just going to take a deep breath. And as we exhale to yourselves, you'll say thank you. Thank you only. And then I'll move into our affirmation. Okay? So let's take a deep breath. Exhale and say thank you. And now let's say our affirmation. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. And just soak that in. And let's say it again. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. And then soak that in ever deeper. And let's say it once more. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. So please stay seated and join us in our next song, Halfway to Heaven.
Heal this body, calm this mind, fill this heart with love, love for self and love for all mankind. Bless this spirit with the strength to carry on. I'm halfway to heaven, Lord, please lead me on. Heal this body, calm this mind, fill this heart with love, love for self and love for all mankind. Bless this spirit with the strength to carry on. I'm halfway to heaven, Lord, please lead me on. Heal this body, calm this mind, fill this heart with Heal this body, calm this mind, fill this heart with love, love for self and love for all mankind. Bless this spirit with the strength to carry on. I'm halfway to heaven. Lord, please lead me on. I'm halfway to heaven. Lord, please lead me on. I've made my way to heaven. Lord has led me
Take that deep breath as we just continue that beautiful place of prayer and open to this blessing through our heart ministers. David, would you come share that blessing with us?
The prayer of release. Dear God, we open our hearts to join with yours in releasing and letting go. Through the power of your steadfast love, we release and let go of all that binds us to the things that limit the free flow of peace, love, abundance, wholeness, and joy. From the place of compassion within our hearts, we forgive and let go of any resentments, judgments, negative thoughts that we hold against ourselves or others. With you, we join in letting go of all fear, all doubt, all anxiety, and anything else that keeps us from our connection to the one presence we share with all of creation. And so it is.
Taking that deep breath, we breathe in the awareness of this divine, infinite love in which we live and move and have our being. We open to let the music draw us deeper to that very center of our hearts. Beloved presence, Mother, Father, God, we're grateful that in this time you awaken us to know more deeply this beautiful truth, that each of us is that presence of divine love in our world. I am love. I am love. I am love. Please join me. I am love. I am love. I am love. And we awaken to know this presence, our oneness with you, in a deeper understanding than ever before. That this love might flow unimpeded through our beings, through our thoughts and words, through our actions, through our hearts as we connect one to another. For we know that the blessing of your love through our lives not only uplifts each of us, opens us to your blessing, but we know that that love flowing through us blesses all around us. And so we surrender to this love, to your infinite presence here within the depths of our hearts. We enter into that simple place of sacred silence, there to simply rest, one with the one. Peace, be still. Peace, be. Father, Mother, God, infinite love. We know that you flow through our hearts. This power to transform, heal, and uplift. And we radiate this beautiful love, this divine presence that flows through our beings. We send it first of all to our own bodies for health and wholeness, vitality, wisdom and understanding. We radiate this love to each one who is dear to us. We enfold them in this love, that they are healed, guided, lifted, and blessed in every way. This divine love flows through our hearts across this spiritual community, blessing all and everyone who is in their lives. It embraces every prayer request brought here, for we know with each you are enfolded in divine love and lifted to that which is the highest. This love flows through our hearts, going forth as waves of blessing from this humble place, blessing the communities in which we live, blessing our nation, and on to bless the peoples of the world, calling forth from all wisdom and peace. This love flows through our hearts and joins with the love of all who join us in prayer, whether in mosque or synagogue, temple or church, whether gathered at home or on the hillside. For in seeking to know you, we are all one. We send this beautiful, powerful love to touch and bless this earth on which we live, to bring balance to all her systems, to bring calm where there is storm, water where it is dry, to bring blessings to all her creatures. And this love we send from our hearts about the earth, that it might touch the heart of every single person in the earth. For, beloved presence, you are that love in every heart. And in this love, we are one. Divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. Please join me. Divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. Again. Divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. And once again, divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. And it is so, here, now, in that divine presence within each one. Amen.
Sitting in the stillness of my heart, I close my eyes, going deeper within, feeling the warmth welling up inside, letting the symphony of love begin. Raindrops fall in a clear crystal bowl. Every chord harmonizes my soul. From my dream I awaken to sing. Gratitude and thanks for everything. Violet blue aura in my third eye gives way to dazzling brilliance of light. My inner eye opens up to bliss. Oneness with God is the highest gift of all. Raindrops fall in a clear crystal bowl. Every chord harmonizes my soul. From my dream I awaken to sing. Gratitude and thanks for everything. Rivers of melody
ecstasy of grace, surrounded by love in God's pure embrace. Raindrops fall in a clear crystal bowl. Every
Chord harmonizes my soul. From my dream I awaken to sing. Gratitude and thanks for everything.
raindrops fall in a clear crystal bowl.
Gratitude and thank you to God for this creation we call Heart Tree. My goodness, wow. How blessed are we, right? This is in our community. They didn't travel to get here. This is right here. So it's birthday Sunday, everybody. So if it's your birthday in May, please stand so we can celebrate you. Yay! Hey, Annie. Hey, Susan. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend. Happy birthday to you. So my name is Veronica Wolf, and it's truly my pleasure to highlight some of the upcoming events that we have here at Unity. Invite you to join Reverend David in 3 weeks when our Unity campus becomes a retreat center. We will journey within and connect with each other and enter into silence and into an experience of the power of song and prayer. So this is a beautiful gift that you can give to yourself and your soul. You can sign up in the book center and also online. And just so you know, today is the last day for discounted prices. Do you want a great gift for Mother's Day? Say yes, yes, yes. So our Unity youth have been really busy, and they have designed and painted some beautiful pots of flowers. They're going to be on the patio today and also next Sunday. And your donations go to the Youth Education Department here at Unity. And then on the third Sunday in May, we invite you to join Dr. Roland McCready. He's the Director of Research at the HeartMath Institute and the Global Coherence Initiative. You can learn about the latest discoveries about how the love that we radiate is creating new consciousness. There's science behind what we do. I love that. And now I'd like to invite Chris Gomes up to the platform.
Good morning. It is my great honor and pleasure as president of the Board of Trustees of Unity of Walnut Creek to introduce to you your ministerial search team. And as they come up here on the platform, we have two co-chairs of this team, Carl Jansen, who was not able to be with us this morning, and Lisa Nichols. I'm going to let Lisa introduce the rest of the team, and then she has some information for you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. And I want to thank Chris as president of the board. She is a de facto member of our team, and she's already been a tremendous resource and help for us. So thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. So yes, this is our team: John Marcilla, Charlene Balderston, Linda Stevens, Heidi Alexander, Tyler Snortum Phelps, and Shonda Williams, and our consultant, Veronica Wolf. And in addition, there is Julie Yip is also a member. She will be here at the 11:30 service. It is truly a blessing and an honor to us to be able to support our beloved got choked up about it. Unity of Walnut Creek as we go through this transition and move our spiritual community into the next chapter. Many of you know Reverend David's last service will be in September, and we are doing the process to find our next senior minister to begin. The target date right now is April 1, and that's on the handout that you received with your bulletin this morning. So it is so important to us that we know your desires as we go into this search for the next senior minister. So starting next week, and then for the following 2 weeks as well, we will have available a survey that we ask you to fill out and give back to us so that we can know those desires. And for those of you who join us online, the survey will be on the website this week. We will have a web page that will keep you up to date. We'll make sure that we are communicating with you regularly so you know the status of the search. And again, also the next 3 weeks we'll have a table out on the patio so you can come to our team members and ask any questions that you have. In the meantime, my number and Carl's information is on the handout. Feel free to reach out to us anytime, and thank you again.
So we're busy. You can find out more about this particular activity and other activities and events here at Unity in your bulletin and online. And now, until you hear that beautiful sound of the crystal bowl, go ahead and greet those around you.
Please join us in singing, I am the spirit of the Atman.
I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, and I will live forever, ever and ever. I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, and I will live forever, ever and ever. I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, and I will live forever, ever and ever. I am the spirit of the Atman, a free-flowing channel of the a free-flowing channel of the universal mind. I am pure love, light, and prana, and I will live forever, ever and ever, ever and ever, ever and ever.
I'm calling on angels. Come stand now by me and show me the strength I am meant to be. Come lift me up, help me to soar up through the heavens beyond earthly roar. I'm calling on angels. Come stand now by me. I'm calling on angels. Come now, help me see the power of spirit unfolding as me, shining so bright, lifting above, eternal light of your perfect love. I'm calling on angels. Come now, help me see I'm calling on angels. Let me hear you sing and show me the comfort inside of your wings. Let heavenly harmony lift up my ears, your sweet lullaby, remove any fear. I'm calling on angels. Let me hear you sing. Call on the angels. I'm calling on angels. Now come fill this space with heavenly presence and divine grace. A gift of your love now gently falls, and perfect peace descend on us all. I'm calling on angels. Now come to this place.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What a What a group of angels. So I wanted to introduce a friend of mine that I brought today. He's sitting on the altar. In our family, we've always had a thing about dragons. Now, any Hobbit fans here? Anybody who's done that journey and meeting with Smaug? And so for those of you that may not be familiar with Tolkien's The Hobbit, this marvelous little creature, Bilbo, joins with dwarves and goes through many adventures to this mountain that is controlled by the dragon, and the dragon is Smaug, and Smaug is a symbol, as dragons are, of a state of our God thought. Because the dragons hold great power, and all power is divine. And wealth and all blessings are part of the one. So they set us up. Now, my relationship with Smaug got very personal at one point. You see, there was this dragon that looked like an iguana. It was about this long, that my son made sure lived with us for a number of years. Now, Smaug lived on a branch that was up near the ceiling, and Smaug was really quite a serene character, part of the family for, as I say, quite a number of years. Now, there was one time when my son and daughter were teenagers, and many friends and family were over, and we had a great gathering at our house. So, as they were all sitting down to eat, Catherine, being aware of the amount that teenagers eat, had put 2 huge platters of spaghetti on the table. And as they were sitting down and serving itself, Smaug left the branch and landed in the middle of the table. It was a moment of altogether screams. And everyone fleeing that table as that great tail took spaghetti and threw it to everyone all across the room to the ceiling and back again the other way. So I got a sense of this dragon's ability to take and kind of separate us from our good and create fear, if you will. So this the story actually in our house, there was always literally a worn out copy of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and a new one that was being read. It was that kind of an experience for us. So Smaug was aptly a part of our family, and as you see, a very dynamic one. But what happens when we realize that these symbols show up in our mythology? They show up in our stories. They show up in our experiences as we actually try to process some of the things that this is talking about in our own spiritual growth. And the dragon is a difficult symbol. In the European experience of the dragon, the Orientals is a little different, though both symbolize wealth and power. But in this experience of the dragon, what happens is the dragon is what separates, keeps us so that it controls that wealth and it does not flow to us. And that power, the transforming power of flame is a symbol of transformation, is against us rather than for us. Now what happens is the dragon rules by fear. And so it begins to tell us, if if this is some sort of a God thought, a perception that we might carry within ourselves, then it deals with a fear that we have. The fear that is there when we look deeply is the fear that we are not lovable. Because it is that fear that keeps the transforming power from entering our lives. And it's that fear that keeps the abundance and goodness and wholeness from entering our lives. So when we look at the dragons, we're seeing a symbolic message from ourselves as creative beings. So how is it that the dragon is slain? What ends that form of our experience? Well, in The Hobbit, there is a great arrow that is shot that pierces the dragon's heart. Some of you may have remembered as we looked at Sleeping Beauty some time ago, the evil fairy becomes the dragon. And the dragon, the prince slays the dragon with the sword of truth. And it is the sword of truth that pierces to the heart. For once we get over these ideas that we have that say we're separate, that we aren't lovable, we get that transformation when we experience our hearts. Now, dragons have continued to kind of show up in our world. Anybody watch Game of Thrones? Anybody admit to watching Game of Thrones? Anybody rooting for the dragon lady? Okay, you know it's fun to see it in our current culture. What happens when we're looking at this this part of ourselves that come up, and it comes up? There's a very primitive form of this fear that comes up, but as we awaken spiritually, we begin to deal with it again and again in different forms. When we look at that part of our lives where that goodness is not flowing, that part of our lives where we don't feel that love and that wholeness. That begins to tell us there's this part of the self where we don't feel lovable. And unfortunately, religion hasn't been very helpful in that. Now, the truth is there are parts that have been. For those of you raised in traditional Christianity, there's the beautiful Jesus loves me. It's really an unconditional embrace of the child. And then the child gets a little older and the rules come in. Well, you have to do it this way or relate this way to Jesus, or, you're okay if you do these things, but you're not okay if you do these things. And our mind grabs a hold of those. And most of us have a fair amount of time doing those other things. And we feel unlovable. We feel guilty, bad, not okay. And that becomes then this power that is not here for us, that can't support us in our transformation. Now, I mentioned that impact by how Christianity looks at it. There's an interesting way that our mind touches different scriptures. This is a beautiful scripture from Hinduism, from the Bhagavad Gita. This is Krishna speaking now. Krishna says, and Krishna is the divine symbol within that sacred text. The one that I love, that one I love, who is incapable of ill will, who is friendly and compassionate, living beyond the reach of eye and mind and of pleasure and pain, patient, contented, self-controlled, firm in faith, with all their heart and all their mind given to me, with such as these I am in love. So you see this expression of divine love, and what is given there is a beautiful picture of the awakened being, of the one really centered in their spiritual self. Now that's a beautiful thing, but what happens when the mind takes a hold of that is the mind looks and says, but I'm not that part, and I'm not that part. And we conditionalize receiving love, even though that is not what has been said. We don't feel lovable. And it's a feeling. And it's important to engage the feeling in it. So right now, just take a moment, give yourself a hug, and be lovable. Okay? Let that love in. Just let it be right there. Feel it. You are wonderfully lovable right now. There's a woman who shared the experience of she found herself in a very difficult situation with her family. Her family was, her husband was in a depression and unable to really function much at all. Very difficult situation. She had 3 children from 12 into college age. And each one of them were having a very difficult struggle in their lives. One had a very difficult emotional pattern. And so she's trying to deal with her family. And at the same time, she finds that she has a disease that could prove fatal to her. And she's looking at this family at this point of struggle, of great difficulty. And maybe you can imagine what that might feel like. And one of the feelings that is not there is lovable. When we get immersed in those difficulties, the difficulties seem to form the feeling world that we're experiencing. And because of her desperation, she began to look, what can help, what can make a difference? So she came across this teaching that love has this power to transform our worlds. And so she began looking at her own experience of love and realizing how with her husband, with her children, with her own body, she was, constantly in upset and criticism about what was there. And so she made the commitment to hold thoughts of love. Every time a negative thought came, she would stop and she would change that thought into one of love. And she said she spent a lot of time changing thoughts. Okay, so when a thought would come up about her husband and her frustration over the depression he was struggling with, instead of going to that critical place, she would stop and begin to affirm the presence of love for him. And with the children, for each one of them, as those thoughts and worries came up, she would shift and focus on that love. And as such, she began to build a feeling of love to her family. And she said that she went for several weeks, and they were difficult. They were because she was very committed to this. But then what she realized that there was a point at which suddenly her husband was getting up and beginning to address some of the things in his life, and he'd been really incapacitated. And she realized that the difficulties were beginning to change in the children's world. one that was in need of money, a job opened up. For another, the emotional struggle that was there became manageable for this boy. And the little girl began to find her way into connection and friendship and return to her school world in a positive way. And when the woman went to her doctor, she found that the disease that she had been struggling with was in remission. Because she began to open to this power that was not against her, but for her. This beautiful power of love. It's through that feeling that we open and let this goodness bless us. So many times in Jesus' teachings, he invites us into this place of realizing this love is unconditional. He says, it's my Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. In Matthew, he says, which of you, if his son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for fish, will give him a snake? If you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those that ask him? Now, that which is given is free, but that requires that receptiveness. That's the asking. That we have the power to receive or to close off. And that beautiful teaching that really gives us the answer, perfect love casts out fear. And that's what happened. That's the fear. And not feeling lovable is a fear. That we aren't okay. The truth is, there is absolutely no condition on the love that is given to you. Divine love is unconditional. It doesn't have the capacity to be any other way. Even if you were really good at messing things up in the world and in your own life, doesn't matter. And we all got to do a little of that. And some of us were much more creative. It's okay. You are completely and totally loved just as you are. That's the truth. I am lovable. Join me. I am lovable. Just feel that. Just feel that for a moment. Again, I am lovable. Again, I am lovable. In this journey into the experience of love, Charles Fillmore, Unity's co-founder, wrote this beautiful thought. He says, the more we talk about love, the stronger it grows in consciousness. And as we persist in thinking loving thoughts and speaking loving words, we are sure to bring into our experience the feeling of that great love that is beyond description, the very love of God. Now the truth is, we have each touched that at moments in our lives. Wow. When you touch that love, you know nothing else is real. That's it. So taking that awareness and just taking that direction, speaking those words of love, opening to that feeling of love. I am lovable. It's the truth. You are lovable. And the truth is, right now at this moment, you are loved. Completely, totally, unconditionally. Whether you feel it or not. Okay? That's just feeling. You're loved. You're the child of God. You can't not be loved. But you can close it off. I am lovable. I am loved. And then that brings us to the greatest truth. I am love. You are love. It is who you are. It is the nature of your being that will always be. You are love. I am lovable. I am loved. I am loved. Join me. I am lovable. I am loved. I am loved. Again, I am lovable. I am loved. I am loved. Feel that beautiful truth of being. Again, I am lovable. I am loved. I am loved. And I realized as you were singing your beautiful song, you know what happens after the unlovableness is filled with the love and the transformation occurs. The dragon becomes the angel, bringing blessing, power, abundance, care into our lives. Enjoy the angels. Bless you.
I didn't expect to hear from dragons to angels, but that's sure. I think I'm going to work with that all week, allowing the love and dragons and angels. So thank you for that. It's kind of fun. I'm going to ask everyone in the sanctuary to take one of the connection cards out from the seat pocket in front of you if you haven't already done so, and take a moment to fill out the card. With each of these cards, you can request prayer or support for something or someone or someones in your life. And in addition, of course, our heart ministers are available both out on the patio and in the sanctuary after service for that wonderful experience of personal prayer support. And you know them because they are wearing lavender stoles. And prayer requests can also be sent online anytime through our website. So our spiritual focus this week, and let's say this with good feeling. I am lovable. I am loved. I am love. One more time, please. I am lovable. I am loved. I am love. Thank you. The ushers will receive your card and with your offering toward the end of the music. And now it is time for our prosperity celebration. For credit card donations, there are envelopes on the clipboards in the seat pocket in front of you. Or for those at home, just click that donate button on the Watch Live page. And as Unity's co-founder and American mystic Charles Fillmore said, God is the source of a mighty stream of substance, and you are a tributary of that stream, a channel of expression. Blessing the substance increases the flow. So I invite you to take your tithe, your love offering in your hand and be aware that God is the source of all of our good. And repeat our affirmation with me together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am grateful.
Listen, people, we all get to live together on this earth.
That's right.
So don't squander, no, don't squander the miracle of human birth. The good Lord has given to us all the tools that we might need. So let's put our minds right to it. Have no doubt we will succeed. That's the spirit. When you see yourself in the one you're talking to, that's the spirit. When you feel a wave of hope wash over you, that's the spirit. When the quiet inner voice is calling you, that's the spirit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Listen, people, the world is spinning very fast. So don't worry about the future. Don't dwell upon the past. 'Cause there's no time like the present. The time to rise up is at hand. So let's look inside our hearts now. We will see the divine plan. That's the spirit. When you see yourself in the one you're talking to, that's the spirit. When you feel a wave of hope wash over you, that's the spirit. When the quiet inner voice is calling you, that's the spirit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Listen, people, listen to the music play. That's the spirit. When you see yourself in the one you're talking to, that's the spirit. When you feel a wave of hope wash over you, that's the spirit. When the quiet inner voice is calling you, that's the spirit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's the spirit, yeah. Thank you. We are marching in the light of God. 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 We are marching, marching, we are marching, marching, we are marching in the light of God. We are marching, marching, we are marching, marching, we are marching in the light of God.
All right, embrace these beautiful beings with our hearts and share our blessing together. Children, you are loved, special, and important. The light of God shines through you. And let's hold hands and share our peace, our prayer protection. That's what it is. Yeah, thank you. All right, together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. then the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And our peace song. You are the love and the light and the peace in the earth right now. So let it shine and have fun.
Listen, people, we all got to live together on this earth. So don't squander, no, don't squander the miracle of human birth. The good Lord has given to us all the tools that we might need. So let's put our minds right to it. Have no doubt we will succeed. That's the spirit. When you see yourself in the one you're talking to, that's the spirit. When you feel a wave of hope wash over you, that's the spirit. When the quiet inner voice is calling you, that's the spirit. Whoa, whoa.